going to fire up the stream.
And Ian, how's your astronomy knowledge?
Not bad.
Have you been
How's
watching the Free Eye Atlas object?
Guy at night.
Well, I think we could do a bit of Sir Patrick Moore. You know, I mean, he's dead, so somebody's got to take up the mantle.
Oh, by the way, Hobbit, I don't know anything about Free Eye Atlas, so we'll carry on this one. I'll see if I can do something.
Don't worry. We'll find out as we go along.
I've never heard of it either.
It's all right. I found the NASA page on it to get the truth.
Ah, is there a BBC Verify?
Don't need to. It's NASA.
And you're on Echo as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, he's got to put his headphones on.
No, they're on. Why am I echoing?
Oh, okay. Don't know. Why are you echoing?
He's got his speaker on.
Testing. I couldn't tell you why I'm echoing. I shouldn't be echoing.
Hmm.
How about that?
You are.
Well, stop echoing now.
You sound alright. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know there's still a bit of echo.
I mean, it sounds all right to me. Well, the audience will let us know.
Yeah, they'll tell us if I'm echoing. Good evening. Welcome to 14 Words. We are live. Don't say fuck or bugger. You're not supposed to say fuck or bugger in the first 2 minutes. So if I don't say fuck or bugger, we'll be fine. We'll get past the YouTube censors.
I think they changed it to like the first 10 seconds or so. I don't know. Apparently, YouTube have been relaxing the rules because they're like, oh, we are bleeding a lot of our audience to TikTok. What if we were like not
TikTok
so evil to?
Apparently.
Yeah. But well, I don't know. I got bored with TikTok, so I don't go there anymore.
Because you're not a 14-year-old girl, are you? That's what TikTok is for, isn't it?
Well, I mean, you could say the same with YouTube. I mean,
theorists, I think, as well.
I mean, you could say YouTube's for makeup tutorials because and Mr. Beast videos, so we're the wrong demographic too.
The nurses doing a dance when they should be beating people for COVID.
Yeah.
Remember all that shit?
Oh, I got the latest 14. I got the latest 14. I can't remember where I've left it though.
Never mind.
Is that the Uri Geller one?
Oh yeah, that's the Uri Geller one. I can't remember. It's somewhere in the house.
Yeah.
It's not here. We did Uri Geller.
So I think we should.
That's because Uri Geller was in the target area, weren't he?
You didn't tell me you were gonna do it.
Them target areas are important. So I think we should preface tonight's episode. Well, it's today for some people. I mean, if you're in America, it's probably today. By saying
it 7
that
in the morning tomorrow, if you're an Australian.
I think Australia's 8 hours ahead. 8 hours or 10 hours ahead of us.
Sydney's up to 12, isn't it? I think.
And the water in the sink. When you piss in a sink in Australia, Hobbit, it goes around the plug hole the opposite way.
Well, actually, I can weigh in on this because you see, I watch not one but two plumbing channels from Australia. One's called Drain Addict, and the other's Drain Cleaning Australia. And I've seen water going down their sink there, and it swells around the same way our water does. So I don't know why this idea that because there is that video, you know, where you get like water and they're at the equator, and then when they're at the equator, it goes straight down and doesn't swirl. But I don't know. I'm not convinced because
Globe Earthers have to come out with this one because it like props up their silly idea that the world's round.
Well, you see, the thing is, when I've pulled like the plug from the bathtub, which by the way, Ian, did you know you can piss in the bathtub? So sometimes it doesn't even form a spiral. So yeah.
So what does form,
guys?
Hold on. We should stop talking about this right now. Where do you go and get grants from? We need to go to the grant people and go, right, we've got a red hot fucking subject that needs sorting out. Like, give us how many million do you get for shark science?
Oh wow, yeah, that's the thing. Your degree is in actually getting the grants and not the other stuff.
What makes the stuff swirl? What makes the water swirl? We could get a 6 million for that, couldn't we? Because we could know. As long as we blame it, as long as we blame it on. Is this an eclipse stream? Otherwise, I'm in and out. Blood moon eclipse on weekend, 7 p.m. Yeah, sure. We're an eclipse stream. We're the best.
Oh, I didn't know it was an eclipse.
Yeah.
Remember Student Grant. Remember Student Grant from Viz.
Student Grant, yeah, he was great.
Remember Student Grant?
What was I saying? Yeah. Anyway, so I don't know. Yeah, if we can blame the swirling on global warming, then I'm pretty sure we can get a grant for it. We can say it used to swirl anti-clockwise in Australia, but global warming stopped that. What do you reckon, Hobbit? Million pound grant? Where's Hobbit gone?
Probably to piss in the sink.
He's gone.
Just to see if it was all true.
Gone.
He's disgusted by it all already.
He's gone. Oh, can you cover me? Need to. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, just got to cover it. So what's going on? What's the latest in Loch Ness then, Ian? Well, Hobbit's gone for it. I believe they call it a comfort break.
I'm not sure about Loch Ness, but the week before last, I took part in the World Bog Snorkeling Championship in Wales. So that was interesting. So one week, what we can do is weird sport, isn't it? And then we can do a bit on bog snorkeling. Or
the Darwins coming up. When are the Darwins coming up?
I'm not sure they actually exist. They sort of, it's sort of. I don't know if that's actually for real, because you can find out.
They've got a website and everything.
There is a website, but it doesn't tell you a winner, or is it just something some students made up for a laugh? But yeah, but we can one week we can look at cheese rolling, pin ticking, wife carrying,
2022. The website only has 22 to 92.
Yeah, maybe the owner of the website died in a funny way, and he stopped doing it because of that.
That would be ironic.
Maybe he drowned in his own piss or something. Yeah, so that's good. But no, and I got a video of me doing it, so that'll be good. Yeah, but it was a good experience. That was the week before last.
On
Bank Holiday Sunday.
Oh, that's it. How about this one then? So you're wearing body armor in a war zone, Ian. You spot an abandoned MacBook. You want a MacBook. Where to hide it? With quick reflexes, a Russian soldier slid that MacBook into his chest armor pocket, replacing the ballistic plate designed to save his life. He was killed in Irpin, and his body was retrieved, providing a hearty laugh for all of Ukraine. Oh no, he's a shitlib. Instant karma. They reported a found stolen iPad as well. I wonder where the iPad was hidden. So yeah.
Did the iPad work?
No,
a bit like the guy.
No, it killed him. He died because he was using it as body armor.
No, but I mean, did it boot up afterwards? He died, but did the iPad? Were you able to use the iPad? Or does it not say? But let's have a look then. I'll try and find a Darwin Award. Let's see. I like the one with the Coke machine.
Do you want me to chuck the link in?
There, here we go. Link in. Here's a website. Evolution in Action.
There goes just Darwin Awards. That's literally all it is.
Pastor Sean meets his maker. This is from 2020. Voting on late.
So they haven't done it for 3 years.
Well, voting on Lake Seminar was a delight to Sean and his friend up until his boat began to founder and he had no life vest. But no worry, other boats on the lake called hang on a minute. Look that one. Death by Water Bottle Waterfall. This looks more like it. In April 2022, no water shortage in this Italian supermarket where a sudden tidal wave of water spelled doom for a ransacker. The man 46, a well-known character in the city of Cattolica. He snuck into the back of the closed market on Easter Monday, and that break-in was his last. He paused to enjoy a drink of water, pulling a bottle from a towering tableau and the whole damn stack collapsed on top of him like a tidal wave. Employees returned to the shop the next day and were confronted by a collapsed mess of crates. And basically, yeah, so he died because he stole a bottle of water. So there we go.
How about this one? These people tried to recreate Vivian from The Young Ones in was it Bambi? Was the episode? Holland. A group of employees was thrilled to enjoy a team building bus tour and get a break from BAU. That's business as usual. It was sunny, and the more boisterous employees enjoyed sticking their heads out the rooftop window like puppies in the wind. And then it happened. Two men were singing lustily as the wind caressed their faces. Then the bus entered a viaduct. Oof.
I see. I was watching this. It's the last thing Harry Enfield did with Paul Whitehouse about. It was back in 2014. He did this like history of BBC Two and the comedy, and so they're talking about the young ones. And I thought Paul Whitehouse and Harry did a pretty good impersonation of Vivian and Rick.
Oh, they did what? They did it through like impressions of people, then, did they?
Yeah, well, they did one which I timestamped the video so you can see it for yourself. It's they do this parody of The Weakest Link, and it's called "Whose Child is an Idiot?" And they're asking all these like sort of mastermind tier questions or university challenge, and one of the girls gets it wrong when they're saying it was the Prime Minister of Hungary between such and such, and she said, "Oh, was it Alfred Hoxha?" And then it was like they got wrong, and then it's like, so you think Albania and Hungary are the same country, do you? What a blithering idiot you are! It's like these little children.
They did a really good Hillary from Dragon's Den, didn't they? Hello, I'm Hillary from Dragon's Den.
and Deb from Eden as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So, but the grumpy one who's being grumpy. I don't like this. Oh yeah, I guess there's something to be said for impersonation, but no, it was very good because it just I think I can understand why the BBC don't have Harry Enfield anymore. There was literally this bit where they're having like a design committee about what should BBC Two be called. It's like I rather like the title BBC Starling, and then one of the others turns to them and says, "Are you some sort of communist?" It's like, oh, we're the BBC, we're all communist. Shh, don't let them know.
He did a good Chris Evans as well. Remember that?
Oh yeah, he does. I really like how much he's got it in for Jeremy Clarkson. I am an oik. I am stupid. Look at me. I'm vulgar. Yeah. So, just to reassure people, don't panic. The end of the world is not nigh, but also there's this object called Free Eye Atlas. And if any of you guys remember a Moa, which is a stupid name, but unfortunately that's what the object was called.
Do you remember Moa? Do you want me to start with what NASA say about it? And then we'll move into the other
I'll just do a summary briefly, right? So, a few years ago, we had this interstellar visitor called a Moa, and now this is the thing. If I was going to design a stealthy alien probe to go into a solar system, I would make it look like any other asteroid or comet. However, the problem with a Moa is it slung past the sun, and then it sped up, which... It's like, well, no, that doesn't work that way. I mean, yeah, I know when you slingshot, you can gain in speed, but it was like the bit where
I've got the real trajectory.
Yeah.
So
anyway, a Moa left, and then
this is what NASA. So it kind of hangs a left just past Mars, really, doesn't it?
Yeah, but a Moa left, and now, like a few years later, we've got its bigger cousin, Free Eye Atlas. And I will say one of the most interesting things I've heard about Free Eye Atlas, they do gas spectrometry. They analyse the gases coming out of any of these comets.
Did I get?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, you're speaking like a native, and the thing is with it. You get all these, like, get normal sort of things come out of comets. I get the two mixed up. I'm sorry, any astronomers in the audience. So here's the interesting thing about this one, right? One of the bands identified is for nickel. Like, it's got a big spike for nickel, but there's not a corresponding spike of iron. Now, in nature, if you see a spike in nickel, you will see a corresponding spike in iron.
NASA talking recently about mining asteroids. I think it's something they're seriously talking about. Was it NASA or was it Elon? I can't remember.
So there's an. There's a number of private companies which have got ventures for asteroid mining, and one of them is based in Cardiff. Actually, no, sorry. They're doing solid-state electronics manufacturing in space, and they've got a proof of concept up there at the moment, and it'll come back in 6 months' time. So we'll see if we get any viable electronics out of it. But anyway, asteroid mining aside, the fact is, you don't have a naturally occurring comet with just nickel in this. That suggests a type of nickel alloy is in this asteroid, and that's artificial. Nickel alloys don't exist in nature. Because, well, I mean, do alloys? Yes, actually, alloys do exist in nature. Gold and silver form this natural occurring alloy called electrum. It's quite a nice looking thing, actually. But anyway, what's NASA got to say about it? Is it just swamp gas over Venus? Is it a Fata Morgana?
No, I don't know. It's that of quite factual. So Comet 3. So if you can see the trajectory of 3I Atlas. So
it's going to swing past Mars.
Comet, no, it's going to the inside of Mars, I think, and going sort of. It's almost like it kind of wants to have a look at us as well. It's straight between us and Mars. It kind of looks like. The Comet 3I Atlas.
You'll be able to see it with the Can you see it with the naked eye?
Not at the moment.
No.
I don't know. It looks like we're a little way from it. Like, I don't know what the scale is on that. I don't know how far away Jupiter was. I thought Mars was I thought Mars was further away than it actually looks. It looks on that diagram.
Well, it depends. Mars is sometimes closer to us than other times, and also its orbit is not perfectly spherical; it's elliptical.
So when Elon finally does his Mars mission, then is he going to kind of? Are they going to wait until they line up to make it a shorter travel or something?
Well, yeah, because otherwise you're going to be waiting a long time to get there. Yeah. So they called it windows of opportunity or something like that. Yeah. You got like certain windows where it's like, oh, okay, here's where Earth and Mars are close together, and you can send a space probe to there in a reasonable amount of time.
So, Comet 3I Atlas is the third known object from outside our solar system to be discovered. So the second one is Moo, or whatever you said it was called, wasn't it? So what was the first then?
Yeah, Death by Mau Mau.
So what's the first one? Would that be Halley's Comet, maybe? I don't know.
I don't know. No, Halley's Comet is something which they say. I mean, it only visits once every 80 years, but yeah. It's like it's a known entity. Is that the right word? It's from the Oort cloud, whereas things like Oumuamua and 3I Atlas, they're from beyond our solar system.
Yeah. Oh, so they're literally travelling through. Astronomers have categorised this object as interstellar because of the hyperbolic shape of its orbital path. It does not follow a closed orbital path about the Sun. When the orbit of 3I Atlas is traced into the past, the comet, so they're calling it a comet, the comet clearly originates from outside our solar system. But don't comets travel in regular patterns though, don't they? Aren't they in orbit?
I don't think the orbit is what matters. I think they call it a comet because of the gases it's giving off.
Right. Okay then. So Comet 3I Atlas poses no threat to the Earth and will remain far away. The closest it will approach our planet is about.
There's no need to panic, says the government organisation.
Don't panic, Mr. Mannering. About 1.8 astronomical units, which is 170 million miles or 270 million kilometers.
So just as a reference, an AU is the distance between the Earth and the Sun,
Yeah.
but at a fixed point, because also the distance between the Earth and the Sun varies, because the Earth's orbit is not entirely spherical. So there was this astronomer called
like the diagram that NASA provided us with.
yeah. I mean, there's this astronomer called Alexander Milankovic, and he did he accurately plotted the pattern of they called the Milankovic cycles. That's what they're called.
Yeah.
And you can see like the Earth has it's okay. So the orbit's always eccentric. It's got an aphelion and perihelion, but the eccentricity of that orbit changes over time. Which, by the way,
I don't know. I think they have
NASA
kind of allowed for it because those rings are a little bit offset, aren't they?
But by the way, NASA, the eccentricity of Earth's orbit and the solar radiation might maybe account for the climate changing. Oh, and by the way, when stuff was warming up on Earth 20 years ago, you remember all that El Nino stuff, and they were talking about global warming 20 years ago?
You just don't understand how climate change works. Climate change it's the amount of tax you're paying. So we paid a lot of tax at the end of World War II, and it was fine then. But then we stopped paying tax, and probably it peaked around 1976 when we had that really, really hot summer. So then after 1976, they realised that we needed to pay more tax again to bring the temperature back down.
Well, obviously, except for in China and India, they need to not do that sort of stuff. They need to do the opposite. Because they can do no wrong.
What brings up and down temperature in China and India, so they don't do the tax thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, for example, they weren't paying enough tax on Mars, and that's why 20 years ago it was heating up on Mars, and it's cooling.
They don't pay any tax on Mars, and look at the state of it.
Maybe that's why Elon Musk needs to get a Mars mission there, so we can have tax on Mars.
AlphaGo says the Earth is a quince. What's a quince? That's a hybrid fruit, isn't it? If I remember rightly.
I don't know what it's a hybrid of, but a quince is it looks a bit pear-shaped, but it doesn't taste like a pear. I kind of like it. The world's first Polish dictionary, the definition of horse. Everyone knows what a horse is. Quince. It's like a pear, but it doesn't taste like one.
What is it? I always thought quince involved oranges, but I don't know why. Three Eye Atlas will reach its closest point to the Sun around October the 30th, 2025. Woo! At a distance of 1.4 AU, which is 130 million miles or 210 million kilometers. I'm just going to do it in miles from now on. I'm not doing 3 different units. Just inside the orbit of Mars. The interstellar comet's size and physical properties are being investigated by astronomers around the world. So they're going to shoot some radio waves at it, get something back, and then create a CGI picture. So they're not investigating it that hard.
Well, the other thing which would be interesting, which I hope they do, is I hope they have some passive radio telescopes just observing any signals coming out of it, because this thing's artificial, right? And they're not saying that on NASA. They're not saying, oh, by the way, we did a gas analysis of the gases coming out the coma. Comets have a coma, by the way.
Yeah.
And here's this band for, well, here's a big band for carbon dioxide, and that itself is interesting. That could be naturally occurring. So, but I do find the carbon dioxide spike very interesting. And here's a big spike for nickel, and just nickel on its own, which to me suggests alloys of nickel. Because again, you don't find nickel on its own in nature. And okay, I have to be Mr. Snopes here, right? Just because there's a band of pure nickel in this asteroid doesn't mean it's artificial. There could be a natural explanation for it, however improbable.
The interstellar comet's size and physical properties are being investigated by astronomers around the world. 3i Atlas should remain visible to ground-based telescopes through September 2025, after which it will pass too close to the Sun to observe. It will reappear on the other side of the sun by early December 2025, allowing for renewed observations.
I don't want to dox him, but my cousin's fiance is an astronomer, and I unfortunately I lost contact with him because I wanted to say, hey, what, cousin's fiance, what's going on Free Eye Atlas? Are you looking at it? And he'd be like, actually, I look at the sun. It's like, well, it's going to fly by the sun, so maybe, cast your gaze onto it.
So you won't be able to see it with the naked eye then?
Looking at the Earth's path. Looking at the Earth's path.
Ian, you say that.
It's going to go beyond the sun.
You say that, but so the bit which I started looking into it because I thought, oh god, this is just somebody like bullshitting me. They're saying the coma of it, because at first they didn't explain about the coma. They said, yeah, it's half the diameter of the Earth, and I thought, what? So it's 20,000 kilometers in size. That's absolutely massive. That makes it one of the largest objects in the solar system. Like in terms of rocky planets, the second largest object to the Earth is Venus, and Mars is
gravity.
Well, yes and no. In fact, I was asking. I really want to use this name. Let's call him Reginald. I was asking Reginald about. Yes, Reginald, and his surname might even be Hunter. So I think the initial's not D though. No. So Reginald Hunter, I was talking to him. His name's not Reginald Hunter, by the way. Oh, God, so I was talking to Reginald.
Reginald Hunter, you don't want to be talking to that one.
Oh, has he been in the news recently?
I don't know. I don't want to know either.
I went to one of his.
I had a drink with him.
I went to one of his stand-up years ago. I thought it was quite funny. I didn't really appreciate the jokes about scat eating, but I mean, I can understand it got laughs. So it's like I feel uncomfortable now. So anyway,
I went to one of his gigs, and he joined us. He joined me and my friends in the bar afterwards, and was quite a good laugh. Anyway, carry on.
Yeah, So, Mr. Astronomer Man, whose name may or may not be Reginald D. Hunter, it's not, by the way. I could say to him, "What's this Free Eye Atlas about?" And the coma. That was it. I was asking him about the free body problem, where it's like if you've got more than one weight in the system, like a double pendulum, it's absolutely chaotic. How can you have regularly occurring orbits in it? And he says, well, due to the mass of the sun being so massive, even Jupiter is like a margin of error in comparison. So I did this because years ago, because a friend was saying that the very center of the solar system isn't in the middle of the sun, and my dad was like, it obviously is, and so I found out actually no, it's not. But 99.98% of the mass is in the sun itself, and because of that, it's a massive anchor, and that's why we got these regular orbits. So, with regards to
anchor as our Prime Minister,
yeah, so it's very reassuring that. But with regards to this Free Eye Atlas, whilst it is a massive object, and its coma, which is this plume of gas that comes out around it, is very large. In terms of like total weight in the solar system, it won't be much. However, and this is the bit I didn't know about, because I did a bit of research into Oumuamua and its passage so back in 2015. I'm terrible with numbers, I'm sorry. Yeah, when it passed by, there was a load of earthquakes on Earth, and I was like, "What? How does it do that?" It didn't swing by near enough to cause tidal waves and things. Yeah, well, what it did is, as it flew past the sun, it caused a bunch of sunspots to occur. And now you may be saying, "Well, what's that got to do with earthquakes here on Earth?" It turns out sunspot activity can affect Earth because, being that our core is mostly iron and nickel, it's magnetic, and when you have sunspots, you have these eddies in the magnetic flux of the sun. and that can it can trigger earthquakes on Earth, which is, I mean, when it was first explained to me, I was like, oh well, that seems so obvious. Of course it would. It's literally pulling bits of the Earth's core to the surface and then down again, which causes all sorts of instability on the surface. And so when the Moamel went past, it caused a whole bunch of sunspot activity, which then corresponded with a bunch of earthquakes. Now, there was a very large one in Mexico then. I forget what magnitude it was. But recently this year, we had one of the largest ever earthquakes ever recorded in Kamchatka. Was it 9.3 on the Richter scale? Let me just have a look. So if I type in 2025 Russia earthquake. I'll say Russia earthquake because then it'll give me because I can't spell Kamchatka. So on the 30th of July 2025, a magnitude 8.8 earthquake struck the eastern coast of Russia's Kamchatka Peninsula. Oh, so it's 8.8, making it one of the strongest earthquakes ever recorded. The quake generated tsunami warnings across the Pacific, but the resulting waves are less severe than initially feared, reaching heights of about 4 meters in some areas. So, yeah, this is a prelude of what's to come as this Free Eye Atlas comes into the solar system, and the fact that it's so far away and yet its coma is like half the diameter of Earth. It's going to become absolutely massive later on this year.
Isn't the coma space rubble though? It may not.
No, that's it. The coma is like I mean, it's atmosphere, and it's also because comets don't have much gravity. Bits of pebble and dust come off them as well.
So how come they don't get?
I think that's.
Eventually.
Well, comets do get worn away, but I think I remember someone like in the spectroscopy readings was saying about the massive like plumes. I thought like tons of nickel was being vaporized every like millisecond. It's like no, it turns out like it's about 5 grams of nickel every minute is being off gassed, and I was like, oh, okay, well. 5 grams on a massive object it's not so startling really, but yeah, it's a bit of an unusual one.
NASA funded rubble dust.
So NASA funded Atlas, which is the Asteroid Terrestrial Impact Last Alert System survey telescope in Rio Hurtado, Chile, as Pedro Pascal would say, the world's greatest actor. First reported observations to the minor planet at center of comet 3I Atlas on July 1st, 2025. Since the first report, observations made before the discovery were gathered from the archives of 3 different Atlas telescopes around the world and Caltech's Zwicky Transient Facility at the Palomar Observatory in San Diego County, California. These pre-discovery observations extend back to June 14th, 2025. So it's a fairly recent find then, is that what they're saying?
Yeah, well, the thing with comets is we don't really see them until they start coming into the solar system, and then the sun, as it warms it up, it produces this tail. Now, 3I Atlas does have a tail, which is to be expected with other comets.
Do you want to know why it's called 3I Atlas?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Comets are generally named for their discoverers, hence, remember Halley's comet, as we spoke about earlier. Are generally named for their discoverers. In this case, Atlas Survey Team. The letter I is for interstellar, indicating this object came from outside the solar system, and it's the third known interstellar object. Hobject, I'm starting to talk like K now. Hobject, hence the 3 in the name.
This object is it's going to get really close to Jupiter as it flies out. But so I've got this interactive website. It's called the 3I Atlas Tracker, and it's going to get really, really close to Mars. And what date is that? It's got a date here. So this is doing it as with months first and end day. So in the 10th month on day 4, that's about as close as it's going to get to Earth. So where's it going to be in?
Well, I think I found it. I think I found out what they are. So the first one was right. So
the closest it's going to get to Earth is towards the end of November, because Earth.
The three interstellar objects, Hobbit. In case you wanted to know, one was Oumuamua.
Yes.
Was it Oumuamua?
No. Let's use it in the traditional Hawaiian. It's called Death by Mau Mau.
Yeah, Death by Mau Mau in 2017. The interstellar comet 2I Borisov. Was Borisov the one they landed? The guy with the unfortunate shirt? No, that's 2019. That weren't the one. Was
no, I don't know what comet he landed it on, and he should have got the Nobel Prize in Physics for it. But instead, a bunch of spiteful fucking hags were like, "Oh, we don't like your attire." It's like, yeah, I'm sorry that I haven't conformed to your fashion sense, the fashion police. I'm busy landing
probe in space on a moving object, and that's what you fucking care about.
I'm busy getting the first ever images seen from a comet in motion. You're fucking welcome, bitch.
Yeah.
God, I hate that. I hate that because that was like what was it, back in 2013 or something?
No. Maybe 2i never existed because it was discovered by Crimean amateur astronomer and telescope maker Gennady Borisov. I'm calling bullshit on this one. This is Ukraine propaganda.
But is Crimea part of Ukraine or is it part of Russia? And I don't want to get into that because it's like ostensibly it's just. But anyway, the closest point it gets to Earth, because after so the furthest the furthest it's from Earth is when it flies away, but Earth is going to be on the opposite side of the sun to it in the 16th day of the 10th month. So that's the 16th of November. But the closest is because, you see, we start orbiting and coming towards it. So the closest point it gets to us is as it's one on its way towards Jupiter and flying out the solar system. And that's the 16th day of 12th month. So that's 16th of December. So, I mean, it should be an interesting sight in December. I'm pretty sure a lot of cameras will be focused on it.
But Christmas should be.
No. Oh, well, they're wrong.
Yeah.
So when's what day are we now? We are the 9th month, and we are the 4th day. So currently 9th month and 4th day. All right. So, well, I mean, it should be visible now. Well, it is visible now.
Is AlphaGo our favourite cabbie, or is he our favourite black person?
I don't. Who?
AlphaGo in the chat.
Don't start him off.
Our favourite ADHD wannabe black person. You know what I mean?
Oh, he's a cabbie, is he? Yeah. So
do you remember Comet Halebop from 1997?
Oh, yeah, I do remember Comet Halebop. Oh
boy, do I? That's heavens. That's the Heaven's Gate one, isn't it?
I can remember.
Smashed against Jupiter.
I could see it out of the corner of my eye, but if I looked directly up to the sky, I couldn't see it. But if I altered my vision slightly, and so it was sort of to the left of me or to the right of me, I could actually see it. So did you actually have a view of that one?
The biggest, the way it was most visible was the devastation it caused to Jupiter. Afterwards, I remember seeing the photographs, and it was like a significant shotgun blast over a big portion of Jupiter where it struck its atmosphere.
Yeah, that's the one that Heaven's Gate tried to got onto by snuffing themselves out, didn't they? With their very nice trainers.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they were. Apparently, they did that because it was a big. They got a big discount on it. They all wear the same ones.
Okay, AlphaGo says she's a white woman. God damn, yes, a husband and a wife duo. I don't know what.
But she also said that the quince is not citrus. How dare you? He's right. It's not. It's very nice.
I'm not saying fact. I'm just saying that's what I always thought it was. I never really looked into quinces. It's a word I heard, and I just like made my own story up in my head what a quince was.
So back when I was in the south of France, I was walking around my cousin. Pointed to that. He says, "Do you know what that is?" And I said, "Yeah, it's a pear tree." He says, "Actually, it's quince." And I said, "Really?" He says, "Yeah." I said, "Well, it looks a lot like pears." And he says, "Yeah, but..." And so the funny thing is one of our neighbours was over, and then she made this compote. And I said, "Oh, this is really nice. It's ever so thick. What did you use flour or something?" Which is, no, I just picked the quinces near the church and just stewed them. I was like, "So this is just quince?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "Oh, it's lovely. It's really nice and thick."
I've got to look what a quince is now.
I mean, it tasted a bit like a pear.
Why do the Woodwoses want us to talk about quinces tonight? I bet.
Well, the thing is what can you say? You know, there's this big comet that's not an asteroid. It's from outer space. It's going to cause some earthquakes when it flies by. They're not talking about that because NASA. They lie by omission. They don't say, "Oh, by the way, when this object comes in, it's going to cause an increase of sunspot activity."
They'll tell you as much truth as they want you to know about the object, won't they?
Yeah, but they it's like, for example, they might say, if an arrow flies towards your chest, it'll fly towards your chest. They won't say, at the point of impact, when it penetrates the skin and causes tissue damage, it may result in loss of life or limb.
So make sure you put an iPad down there. Yeah. Or no, a MacBook, wasn't it?
Yeah, don't put a MacBook. No, I read a Darwin Award out where some guy pilfered a MacBook from the battlefield and swapped his armor plate out for a MacBook.
Oh, it didn't work, did it?
When he got shot.
Hilarity ensued.
Do you know, the funny thing is, I heard this news article this week, and it was about these two guys, and what they were doing is, now it doesn't specify what caliber it was, but I don't think that's really pertinent. They're like, "Hey, we got this Kevlar helmet. Let's take turns wearing it and then shooting us in the head with this rifle." So, like, they're doing this Darwin Award where I think even Beavis and Butthead would be like, "That's really dumb." And it's like, "Hey, I survived that. Okay, it's your turn." And then, "Oh, I survived that." So it goes back and forth a while. Now, the thing is, a Kevlar helmet, it will deflect some bullets, but eventually, I guess they got enough knocks in it that one of the bullets went through. And I think the survivor is being charged with manslaughter because you shot your...
I'd assume with Kevlar that it's like a motorbike helmet where if it's actually been pinged in battle, you just throw it away, don't you?
It's like anything, really. It's like, oh, what, your phone survived you hitting it with your rings. Well, now it's broken. To quote King Cobra JFS, rest in peace. Normally when I get an iPhone, it can survive. It can survive being hit more than that. Did you see her when she was pinching his cheeks and poking him all the time?
No, I didn't. This was like about an hour's video. And it was mainly the tombstone argument.
Oh. Yeah. Joshy really likes that film.
No, it's not Joshy, it's Joshy, isn't it? Joshy.
Well, Joshy baby really likes that film and doesn't like being interrupted during it. It's like I'm not I'm not a tombstone kind of girl. I have questions. And the thing is, like, he's seen that film like 1,000,000 billion times, right? But the fact that she wanted to ask questions during baby's cowboy time really upset him.
To be fair, though, what questions do you really need to ask about Tombstone?
Well, one of the questions cited was, how do cowboy guns work? How is this pertinent to the film? I've never seen Tombstone.
I don't know. You're not making much of a case against Cobes on this one.
No, but the thing is, well, again, like, rest in peace, but he was a dickhead, so but he'll never live to get the asteroid. I'd love to have had his retarded takes on, hey, what's your take on Free Eye Atlas? Is it gonna come kill us all? Well, you see, as a dark wizard, I have cast a circle of protection on the Earth, so it's not gonna come kill us all. But now he's dead, so he won't be able to cast his circle of protection, and now it will kill us all.
The Earth may be doomed because its greatest wizard is dead. Maybe she killed it.
Yeah.
Maybe she knew what was going to happen and she killed it.
I mean, look, the thing is, we don't want to admit it, but he was basically the Aleister Crowley of our times, and I'm not saying he was a smart wizard. I am saying he was a wizard.
Yeah. We're not saying he's an effective... Yeah, but what about that time he changed all the traffic lights?
Hey... Well, no. What about the time Donald Trump wrote me a letter thanking him for his part in defeating ISIS? Yeah. So, I'm not saying he was a smart wizard, but I am saying he's an effective wizard.
Yeah. Joshi.
Yeah. So, in other words, Free Eye Atlas, it's got it's got electrolytes in it, and that's what plants crave. And it's coming right for us, except it's coming towards Mars.
How do you find some really schizophrenic takes on Free Eye Atlas? Because that's what I really want to find on the internet.
Well, unfortunately, you'll have to watch a video for it. But I was watching this geologist explaining about earthquakes and such. Oh no, that was it. Right. So, do you know about plasmas?
No.
Because boy howdy. Now, this is going to go back to a perennial subject here at 40 watts.
I know about plasma rifles.
40 watt range.
40 watt range, yeah.
Yeah. But here's the thing, right? So, a perennial favourite on 40 watts is ball lightning, which is a form of plasma. Now, the thing is, I didn't realise...
Yeah, the common as fucking dog shit, ball lightning. You just don't realise how common as dog shit ball lightning is.
You can't swing a cat for all the ball lightning that's flying around all the time.
Do you know you can't find a single genuine... I saw one video of ball lightning on YouTube, and I'm not even sure that's a real video.
Is it the one where it's hovering over the train tracks?
Yes.
What about ball lightning inside microwaves?
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
Yeah, well, that's not a ball, ball lightning.
That's when you leave a bit of tin foil in there.
Yeah.
Or well, the way I've seen it, well, the funny one was somebody. There's this chemistry channel called Nile Red. I think he's the one who did it, and he put a candle in the microwave, and he put a Pyrex borosilicate beaker over it.
Yeah.
And the flame turned into a board of plasma. But the funny thing is, you noticed after a while there was this yellow smoke coming out of it, and that the beaker was getting discoloured yellow. And it's like, it turned out that the plasma was so hot that it was starting to degrade the silicon, and it was reacting with it. So the silicon in the glass, it was pulling it apart. Now the thing is, right. I got to say, I don't know much about plasma apart from, well, it's lightning, isn't it? Lightning is like one of the most dramatic forms of plasma, but it's the fourth state of matter. So you've got solids, liquids, and gases, and then after that, you've got plasma. And you can actually, it's not just pure chaos and energy. You can have ordered plasmid structures. You can have crystalline structures in this. So, funny enough, my dad was talking about this.
I'm pretty sure it was a science experiment once where they proved that, it was like the lightning hitting a car, but obviously they can't magic up a bit of lightning. So what they did was they put this guy in like a substation, like one of those big substations with all the fucking, the
Tesla coil.
The don't go and fetch your frisbee type of substation.
Yeah, I've seen them. They use Tesla coils to strike things with lightning.
They zap this car with it. With a bloke inside.
Yeah.
I think they had a bloke inside, or it was cameras, I can't remember which, but yeah, that was quite interesting. Yeah. Oh, I found something. I found something about controversy brewing over NASA's role in 3i Atlas.
Well, just briefly, because my dad said this, and I thought, well, that's an interesting comment. He was saying like, well, look, that we know we don't really understand much of how the sun and the other celestial objects communicate with one another, but yeah, they probably do have a form of communication with plasma, which might in some ways be similar to a form of consciousness. And I thought, well, that's an interesting thing to say.
Especially coming from your dad.
But then again, it also...
Dad's pretty... No, your dad is religious, isn't he?
Well, yeah, he is, but he does sort of say, look, that transistors, they're not, they're completely reverse engineered. They're not natural. You can't just come across like doping a piece of silicon with a few parts per billion of boron and then go, oh yeah, this is a good semiconductor, isn't it? They're weird.
Yeah.
But if you want to know more about that, I think it was episode 77, the Devils in Electronics or something like that. We did an episode about electronics and we talked more about in that one.
So, are you finished your bit about plasma?
Yeah. Plasmas might be conscious.
Controversy brews. Or is it? Did you say controversy or controversy?
I like controversy, but controversy is acceptable.
I think controversy sounds more English. Controversy is like one of those, you know, Yanks really badly phrase words, and I think that's worse than them inventing their own words for like normal things.
Well, here's the thing, right? I say privacy, but I can understand privacy also existing because you see, privacy to me sounds like privé, and it also sounds like privy council.
Yeah,
you know, it's one of those.
Tomato, don't you, as well, Hobbit?
Yeah,
potato, tomato.
I think privacy is Yank.
Is it?
Yeah.
I've never heard anyone say potato.
Well, except they're doing that song.
No one says potato, so I don't know what all that's about.
No, I think privacy is acceptable. I mean, you got to remember, like, words like fall. I mean, I know our cousins, the colonials over there, they use the term fall, but that was an old English thing.
It's a discarded word, isn't it?
Well, it's an old English term for autumn, but it's like later on when we decided we were going to become fancy about this stuff.
Oh, Dom says, actually, salty ball lightning.
Yeah, exactly. It's now going to be called autumn because we're posh. We are.
People I thought it was, but AlphaGo says my father designed capacitors, but I'll check it out.
Yeah. Look into it. The history of transistors is bizarre.
Yeah. So several commenters have expressed disappointment regarding NASA's decision not to use the Juno probe. Do you know anything about this part of it, Hobbit?
The Juno probe, I think, is the one around Jupiter.
No, well, just them, whether they've decided not to use it, which is nearing the end of its mission to gather data on 3i Atlas. Oh, so Juno... So they're not using the Juno probe, which is nearing the end of its mission to gather data on 3i Atlas. That's a bit weird then, isn't it? It's suspicious.
It's like...
Yeah, go on then.
I think that's like poorly phrased because look, if I know the Juno probe, I'll tell you what.
Sorry, which is nearing the end of its mission, to gather data on 3i Atlas. Right, it was me. It was me. I didn't read the punctuation.
Yeah, that comma doesn't actually help because its mission is not to gather data about 3i Atlas. Its mission is to gather information about Jupiter. So
yeah, that's what they're saying. So their decision not to use the Juno probe. I mean, it would have been probably better in brackets rather than commas, which is nearing the end of its mission to gather data on 3i Atlas.
So I was right. It's Juno is a NASA space probe orbiting the planet Jupiter. But did I give you the link to the 3i Atlas tracker?
No.
Because the thing is, all right. Let me just copy that in here, and then we are in this room. Yes, I have. Look in general.
Let's have a look.
3i Atlas live tracking current position. So if you scroll forwards in time, you see that.
I should be able to stick that in the browser window.
Yeah. Well, and if you go, if you press resume, it just plays automatically. But, okay, that's its trajectory as it goes out the solar system. But look, if you look at that thing, right, it shows you.
So hold on a sec. I need to interact with this. What do you want, the 2D or the 2D or the 3D?
Sorry, you what?
Yeah,
oh, I'm looking
3D.
at the 2D track. I'm looking at the 2D tracker. I didn't even know there's a 3D. But you see, at the beginning of the year, which was the 1st of January, we first noticed it, and it was near the orbit of Saturn. And then it comes into the inner solar system. It flies by Mars, and then it will fly by Earth, kind of. But then as it goes on its way out, it will fly past Jupiter.
This doesn't,
so
this doesn't
really
display it properly.
So the thing is like, you could have the Juno probe, like, at the very least, just sort of turn around and do some photographs of this object, because Jupiter's going to be around for a long time. But this 3i Atlas, it's here today and gone tomorrow, in astronomical speak. It's that's 2026. Yeah, so already by sort of the middle of summer in 2026, it's going to be like on its way past Saturn again, and then it's going to go to Uranus in what's that date there?
It won't display properly in OBS.
Right. So by sort of by springtime 2027, it'll fly past Uranus, and then it'll be going past Neptune in. We got a date for Neptune.
So it's going to fly by Uranus.
2020. Well, it's going to be nowhere near the vicinity of Uranus, but it's going to go past the orbital ring of Uranus at that time.
Uranus.
Yeah, Uranus.
Uranu.
I like that bit in the thing which is very unusual about it as well is this thing is like almost dead on the ecliptic plane. Now, for those not familiar, right? So the sun, it goes around. What? Yeah. So the sun goes around the galaxy, and the planets trail behind it in a spiral. But there's this thing called the ecliptic plane, which is like, if you've got like an equator for the sun, all of the planets that orbit it, they're more or less in a flat disk, apart from Pluto, which is a funny angle. Pluto's a bit strange like that. I think Neptune has a bit of a tilt, but more or less all the planets, they're all within the same equatorial belt orbiting the sun. And this 3i Atlas, it's coming in on the ecliptic plane, so it's sort of dead on, and that's the bit which makes me think this is weird, because it's like, well, look, this is
well. You say it's a bit weird, but this article says there might be a reason that it's a bit weird.
It's a very big coincidence to have something like this come in on the ecliptic plane. I mean, look,
it's funny how you don't have any, and now you've got 3. So you got 3: 2017, 2019, and 2025.
Well, the thing is, I reckon Death by Mau Mau was the. I like that website. It's just an AI image of a bunch of diverse people all around the thing. But anyway, Death by Mau Mau came into the solar system. Now
I've got the speed reader version.
I would have said that the Death by Mau Mau was the probe, and 3i Atlas is the mothership. So. You know, it's done a flyby initially with Death by Mau Mau.
Oh, and
now it's coming into
this. Just propaganda.
Well, I didn't know about that one, so I don't really know much about it. But it's I'm scrolling past this thing, and now they're saying Taurus males cute but controversial. What was this?
I think you need to
discussions are usable
on a bit. One commenter about
discussions in usable. I am on the speed reader. Discussions on user boards reveal that people remain split on Taurus males. What is this? Well, yeah. While their charm is undeniable, complaints about controlling behaviours and dead-end relationships are surfacing, lighting on. I like horoscopes, right? Because women go, "Oh, racism is terrible," and yet meanwhile they're like,
"You've skipped by the story."
I don't trust. I've just scrolled down the story, right? So you got like 10 paragraphs, and then you got Taurus males. I like how women do. Yes, I have read that, but I'm just scrolling down to see how big this article is, and I'm reading this thing about Taurus males, and I love what women have got like this advanced form of racism called horoscopes, like, oh, don't date a Taurus male.
Yeah, like those Taurus
You're
males.
a Taurus, aren't you, Hobbit?
Those Taurus
mixed
males,
sentiments.
50% of Taurus males do 13% of Taurus males do 50% of the crime.
I mean, they come over here, shitting up our hotels, boiling pigeons in the kettle, fucking Taurus males.
Yeah. So one commentator remarked, it is suspicious that NASA doesn't want to send the Juno probe. You would think every astronomer would be extremely excited about it. Meanwhile,
it's literally like, look, guys, you've got a probe which will be able to observe this. Why not go and observe it? Oh, no, we're way more interested in Jupiter. Fuck you, buddy.
Meanwhile, the narrative is that 3i Atlas could be a government hoax is gaining traction. A commenter claimed, is this like sources say? Is this what a commenter claimed means?
Yes.
Well, they don't.
But it's not even as credible as sources say, is it?
No. What they don't want you to know is that 3i Atlas isn't an alien spacecraft. It's not even real. This sentiment taps into broader anxieties around governmental transparency, social control, and alien invasion theories. Another theme emerging from discussions is the possibility of a so-called psychological operation. What did they just say? Alleged psychological.
Alleged.
So-called. So that's such a fucking loaded term, isn't it? So-called. It's because normally you'd go alleged, possible, something like that, wouldn't you? If it was the far right they were talking about. Designed to prepare the public for either staged disclosures of extraterrestrial life or even a fake alien invasion. One theory posits those that know the truth might face dire consequences if they speak out. It raises questions on whether individuals are silenced through threats or promises of security amidst such speculative dangers. And you know why this is? It's because Donald Trump won't release the Epstein list. Like, they don't trust him.
Yeah.
Even the schizophrenics don't trust him now.
The giant comet with like a coma that's half the diameter of Earth is just a psyop because, like a bunch of pedos don't want to indict themselves.
Yeah. I was listening to something about Epstein the other day because we've never really done Epstein, have we? But apparently, Little St James, the island they're laser.
Come on, pronounce his name correctly. We have to be culturally sensitive here. Epstein. Yeah.
Because obviously Jeremy Corbyn would be desperate to pronounce his name correctly. So, like Little St James, did you know Epstein owned two islands, Little St James and Great St James? And Great St James apparently is just like business as usual, like nothing's changed whatsoever. So they hyper focused on Little St James and clearing that out.
Cool. Right.
And they're saying about
I'm really pleased
Zorro
about this.
Ranch. Have you heard of the Zorro Ranch as well? This same person was talking about the Zorro Ranch, which is another property that Epstein owned, and this guy was going to took a drone up over it, and these people started coming around threatening him. It was like heavy duty security. So it does appear that business is very much as usual in the Epstein estates. Because then you've obviously got the rumours that he's not even dead anyway, haven't you?
Cool. Yeah.
But because Trump's fucked this up so badly, Ghislaine's going to be going for a full governmental pardon and shit. Imagine fucking it up so badly that the convicted child trafficker can in all honesty go to the government and go, look, you owe me an apology for this because you're covering it up.
Maybe if we get the radio telescopes on it, we can just send a message saying, "Look, just aim it here, smack dab in the middle."
So it looks like NASA are doing the same with the comet, aren't they?
Just go, swing by Mars and then head towards that so we can get a good close look at you.
Well, here we go. Another reason to talk about this. So, mixed reactions and trust issues. A conversation reflects a blend of scepticism and intrigue among participants. As one commenter, I wish they'd stop saying one commenter pointed out. Curiously, over 95% of the world population doesn't know it exists. Like, I should imagine, like, if you did a vox pop out there, do you know what 3i Atlas is? And they'd go, well, I don't know, is it some new government thing where they're trying to crack down on you for civil liberties? Is probably what most of them would answer, wouldn't they?
I don't know.
Underlining a perceived lack of awareness surrounding the comet. Some voices are dismissing. Obviously, I don't listen to BBC News or anything, and I don't know if they're. I just wonder if they are actually talking about this thing or not. It does make you wonder, because they were like banging on about Moo all the time, weren't they?
Well, the BBC are. I find it interesting, like what they don't cover. So, I'm not sure if people have been aware of this, but the national pastime at the moment is raising the cross of St. George.
Yeah.
And the BBC just been suspiciously absent in the coverage of that. So, I mean,
changing it on roundabouts.
Yeah.
Well, I went on to
back when I went on to
BBC Verify.
News. Back when I used to listen to the BBC News, they'd tell you what was going on, but you had to just really unpick the language around it to find out the truth, and it just got like irritating in the end. It's like, why can't you just tell the proper story? Like a mission and squirrel words, don't they?
I've been. I was on BBC Verify a few weeks ago, and all it is just like, did Donald Trump do a poo and not flush afterwards? Did Donald Trump really say, "I don't like them very much"? Did Donald Trump do this?
I was like, talking about Trump so much, like, shouldn't they?
Well, this is the thing. I was like,
British politics.
Well, this is. I looked at BBC Verify, and it's just like, so has Mariana Spring just turned this into the Donald Trump fan club?
Yeah.
It seems like that's all that Donald Trump. That's all that Mariana Spring, because
BBC Donald Trump. Should they change it?
I mean, if I go on to BBC Verify, let's see if they've changed their tune since 2 weeks ago. So let's just read some headlines. I might find something interesting. Donald Trump's in the news. Right. Yeah, is Trump right about wind power and UK energy bills? How many wars has President Trump really ended? Has crime in Washington fallen 2 weeks down from Trump's crackdown? So we got 3 news stories about Donald Trump here. Is there any more? There probably is more, but I'm not seeing. Oh yeah, here's one. Fact-checking key 3 claims about Trump's mega bill. The president's path to Alaska, how Trump's position on Ukraine shifted. Why were US job numbers, which Ronald Trump revised down by so much? So BBC Verify. Now, just for those not aware in our audience, BBC stands for the British Broadcasting Corporation, and it's got a royal charter, which is to provide fair and balanced and independent news.
Who hands out the royal charter? Would that be the King of England?
I believe that's. No, it's Angela Rayner, isn't it? No, it's David Lammy.
You have to pay a license as well, which is 180 quid.
Yeah.
Yeah, is it as much as that now?
Yeah.
So I'm saving £180 a year. Nice. Yeah. So what else have we got? Video. Oh yeah, Trump. Oh yeah. Here's one. This is not about Trump. Is the government meeting its pledges on illegal immigration and asylum?
Let me guess. Yes.
So there's actually Harry Enfield did this thing. It was a Newsnight sketch, and so in tonight's news, is the government doing everything correctly? And we have here a representative from the government, Mr. Representative. What do you say? Well, the government is doing everything correctly, and to say that it's doing otherwise would be an egregious missight. Yes, but what about the people that say the government isn't doing everything correctly? Well, they're wrong, Jeremy. Thank you. You are the most incredibly interesting man I've ever spoken to. That was it. And it was just like, oh, how we laugh about this parody back in 2014 with Harry piss out of Newsnight. But here we got a thing like, is the government meeting its pledges on legal? Shall I read this article out? Because it'll probably be a case of, yes, the government is. Oh, I have to sign on a register. Maybe later. There we go.
Sign on.
I'll give you a link. Yeah, you have to sign on a register to go on BBC
register to go on the.
I think what you have to age verify. You have to send
uphold the human rights of Nazis everywhere. Is that what you have to say to join the BBC?
In order to verify your age on it, you have to send a picture of your butthole and a pledge that you too.
Hugh Edwards.
And then there's a checkbox on it that says "Orange Man bad" and chick. You have to press the tick on that one. So the Prime Minister has made tackling illegal immigration and restoring order to the asylum system a priority for the government. So in other words, I think the answer is yes. They've got more.
Yes, I believe it is.
There's some more words after. Oh, there's actually a lot of words, and there's tables and there's graphs, and the numbers are going up.
Does it say anything about 13 doing 50 or not that table?
No, it's not that sort of graph, although it is showing like, general election and people coming in, asylum applications, and government sister returns fall slightly. Oh, is there a conclusion?
Yes, the government is doing everything correctly.
Yes, and to say otherwise would be an egregious oversight. So, I so feel reassured by... now here we go. So anyway, more US news. US strike on Venezuela drug boat. What do we know, and was it legal? ? What do they say? President Donald Trump, it's that man again. They love Donald Trump, this guy. BBC Verify reached out to a range of experts in international and maritime. Several saying the US may have acted in the vessel. The US is not a signatory to the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, but the US military's legal advisors previously said that the US should act in a manner consistent with its provisions. Well, in a manner consistent with its provision. Now, I'm not a maritime legal expert here.
I know we're not signed up to it, but we should follow it anyway. Is that? Am I correct in saying that's the shortened version?
So that's the BBC's interpretation, but a statement like the US should act in a manner consistent with its provisions, to me that would suggest like, you've got a border, you've got to defend it, and this is a threat to your border, so they defended it.
Yeah.
Here we go. Under the Convention of the UN, you've got to bring in all the boats, and you've got to have a digital ID for you and me, but not for whoever that guy.
One thing, so they're bringing the digital ID in because of the boat people.
Yeah.
So are the boat people going to arrive with digital IDs?
Well, that's the thing. They're going to have to be issued.
I think I've spotted a flaw in the government's plan. I don't want to be like a Debbie Downer.
Yeah.
But I think I've spotted a flaw in it.
You're saying that it needs a bit of beta testing before they roll out the live before they go live with the software.
As Alex Belfield will call it, but the dinghy divers aren't arriving with IDs. I think that may be a bit of a hole in the plan.
So I've got a very simple solution to this, and it's not like it's not a fun solution, but it will work.
But it is
the fun solution involves the fun solution involves coin-operated machine guns. Yeah. Now, so you get your dinghy people, and they come on the shore, wherever. And you're like, okay, welcome to Britain. You got a passport. Now, if they answer yes, no, or durka durka, you imprison them because they've entered the country illegally.
Yes.
And then if they've got a passport, it's easier to deport them because it's like,
you check it and you go, where's your visa? Sorry, you got to go back.
Yeah. Well, that's it. So once you got their passport, it's easier to sort out with the respective country where they're from. If they don't have a passport, be like, "Well, look, buddy, you're staying in here until you can remember where you're from, and then we'll talk with your government and see if they know you, and we'll see about getting you back in
you can
timely
tell
fashion."
Alphago's a woman, Hobbit, because he says, "TBF Hobbit, the only person I know who's seriously into horoscopes and stuff is a man." So that means everybody that's into horoscopes is a man. You know how women's anecdotes work.
Oh, that's right. It's like most women are 5'6". It's like, yeah, but I'm 5'8".
Yeah. So I think what's it go? Woman confirmed. Anyway, where was I?
What controversy over Free Eye Atlas? Social control and alien invasion theories.
Skip that one. Is that on there as well? Is it?
Well, it's an AI written article and it's got AI pictures on it, and I'd rather deal with BBC slop AI.
So predictions.
But BBC.
So basically, they're gonna predict that it's gonna ramp up the interest. They're gonna ramp up the interest in it. Is what they're saying here. I'll just see these paragraphs.
Let's see if I can find anything about Free Eye Atlas on the BBC website.
See what Mariana's Free Eye Atlas. Is Trump trying to stop it coming?
Oh yeah. How Trump says they will deny entry to.
how Trump's denying entry to the Free Eye Atlas.
So this article is not by Mariana Spring. It's by someone called Georgina Renard, who's the science and climate correspondent.
So
her name's Renard, Rannard. So anyway, Georgina.
After this, I've got Science Alert, which I suspect may not be a science website because is 3i Atlas Comet an alien probe? Anyway, carry on, Hobbit.
Yeah. So. She's the climate correspondent, so she'll be talking about how this is going to make the planet hotter. Mystery interstellar objects.
It's just non-payment of tax that does that.
Yeah, you got. So a mystery interstellar object spotted last week by astronomers could be the oldest comet ever seen, according to scientists. Named 3i Atlas, it may be 3 billion years older than our own solar system. It's just the team from Oxford University.
Ooh.
It's only the third time we've detected objects come from beyond our solar system. The preliminary findings were presented on Friday at the National UK Royal Astronomical Society in Durham. We're all very excited by 3i Atlas.
Turley, our favourite cabbies band.
Really?
How do you unban someone? Fuck, I don't even know how to unban someone.
I think you have to go into studio and then moderation options.
Oh, it's just YouTube.
Oh,
I think it's that.
A quick one. Purple Aki has died, hasn't he?
Yes. Well, you see, he heard that there were 24-inch pythons in heaven, so he went to meet Hulk Hogan so he could feel his muscles.
Well, they were young bodybuilders.
Have I got a studio? Is it fucking? Why is this so horrible to use? YouTube Studio.
It doesn't. I mean, if I go on participants, AlphaGo, Hemmingford Grey.
I think it's in the community section. I think I'm getting close.
Yeah.
Blimey.
So I'll carry on reading about this article about the asteroid. We're all very excited by it.
We got a comment on last week's the Fabian Society. Can't believe the Casper Boglin and Purple Aki, 2 confirmed IRL cryptids, both passed away the same week.
It's not good for cryptozoologists, is it? I mean, all these creatures die.
I think I'm gonna have to fucking Google this, how to unban. Well, I don't just love it when there's like a intuitive fucking UI.
Oh, can I just say, instead of using Google, and it's got a sillier name, ask Grok how to do it. But Grok will give you like the instructions without any like, do you want to buy this website bullshit that you get on Google.
I'm using Google as a verb, like videoing.
Or hoovering.
Yeah.
Yeah. So What's going on here? The preliminary findings presented on Friday at the National Meeting of the UK's Royal Astronomers. Yeah, we're very excited by Free Atlas. University of Oxford astronomer Matthew Hopkins told BBC News. I've just finished my PhD, where I spent 4 years predicting the discovery of more interstellar objects. And then for the very first time in my studies, we found one, he said. Based on the object's speed, Mr. Hopkins says it could be more than 7 billion years old, and it may be the most remarkable interstellar visitor yet. Free Atlas was first spotted on the 1st of July 2000 by the Atlas Survey Telescope in Chile, or Chile as we know it, which was when it was about 670 million billion kilometers from the Sun. It is currently visible only with very... and is about the distance of Jupiter from Earth.
Hold on.
Since then, astronomers...
Moderation, I think user management.
Yeah.
So that's managed.
Since then, astronomers around the world have been racing to identify the path and discover more details about it. Mr. Hopkins believes it originated in the Milky Way's thick disk. This is a group of ancient stars that orbit above and below the area where the Sun and most stars are located. The top view of the Milky Way below gives a sense of the object's path around the galaxy.
Hide your nemesis, Jaff.
I don't remember. The estimated objects of Free Atlas are in red and
he had a real obsession
in yellow.
With you. Do you remember him? Right, so
I barely do now.
Can you have a team with him?
The team, well, he had a hard on for me. I was sort of disinterested. The team believed that Free Atlas probably formed around an old star. It's made up a lot of water ice. That means and it's also got a layer of pure nickel. The team believed that because Free Atlas, this means it approaches the Sun later. The energy from the Sun will heat the object's surface, leading to blazes of vapor, dust, like any other comet. That could create a glowing tail. The researchers made their findings using the model developed by... my screen's gone dark. Give me a second, guys. Anyway, suffice to say, the BBC doesn't really say much that we haven't already covered.
Right, so...
do they say anything interesting?
Should be unbanned now.
I think there's 2/3 chance the comet's older than the solar system. It's been drifting for... How did they know that? How did they know? How did they know that? They said the researchers made their findings using a model. So it's a guess. It's a bloody guess. Astronomers globally are currently gearing up to use a new, very powerful telescope in Chile called Vera C. Rubin. When it starts fully surveying the southern night sky later this year, scientists expect it could discover between 5 and 50 new interstellar objects. Oh, that's exciting, isn't it? Cool. Yeah. Sweet.
Maybe they'll rediscover the Black Knight.
Yeah, my dad was talking about that yesterday. We were talking about Free. So when they did the first space missions, there was this artificial object in orbiting Earth, and it's called the Black Knight. There's these, you know, the cigar-shaped UFOs, L-shaped UFOs that are up there. The Black Knight's this weird thing. We've done an episode about it.
This one, science alert, might be something interesting in there for you a bit. Oh no,
I'd prefer unexplained mysteries.
You ready for some unexplained mysteries, are you?
Well, oh wow, we've got half an hour left, so in fact this is a perfect time. In fact, Ian, if you want to do some stuff from Fortean, the Fortean Times as well. I was just thinking, no, that publication's not called Fortean Words, it's called something else.
Fortean Times?
Yes.
Let's see what I can find. Let's see.
Cannabis compound discovered inside a totally different plant. Oh, what's that then? Come on, is it hops?
They mean
it's going to be hops.
Cannabis. How do you find it? What do you look at in unexplained mysteries?
Scientists.
I go to Home and News. I don't.
Oh no, I'm on science. I'm on sciencealert.com. Scientists have discovered cannabidiol, well, that's CBD.
Yeah.
Compound in cannabis known as CBD is in a common Brazilian plant, opening potential new avenues to produce the increasingly popular substance. My mum was using it the other day, and she said, "Oh, I don't feel anything. How many take?" She said 10 drops. So I did 10 drops, and then I just...
Vicious Cycle revealed how alcohol helps gut bacteria attack your liver.
Actually, yes, I do. But let's just read a bit about this plant. The team found CBD in the fruits and flowers of a plant known as Trema Micanthra blumi, a shrub that grows across much of South American country. Is often considered a weed. Molecular biologist Rodrigo Mora Nieto of the Federal... Yeah, they like having lots of names. Of the Federal University originated FP 23. CBD, increasingly used by some to treat conditions such as epilepsy, chronic pain, and anxiety. So one of the main active compounds in cannabis, along with tetrahydrocannabinol, the substance makes users feel high. The compound's effectiveness in medical research, yeah. So anyway, said chemical analysis found Trema contained CBD but not THC, raising the possibility of an abundant use source of the former, one that would not face the legal and regulatory hurdles of cannabis, which continues to be outlawed in many places, including Brazil. It's a legal alternative to using cannabis. This is a plant that goes all over Brazil. It will be simpler and cheaper as also cannabis. Scientists have recently found CBD in a related plant in Thailand. So in other words, it's probably like a common neurochemical, because there's numerous plants that contain nicotine, and I think there's more than one plant that contains. So yeah.
What about this one then? I bet they've been looking at an asteroid called Ryugu or something. Where is it?
Never heard of it.
Yeah, so they were looking at an asteroid called Ryugu, and they found this thing called hydrated ammonium magnesium phosphorus. This is a crystalline mineral not found on our planet that's most similar to earthy struvite.
You tell me what that is.
I don't know. I thought you might know. You're the chemist, mush.
Well, what's the strumite?
Struvite, which is a chemical. I assume it's a I'll put it in here so you can have a look. Might be interesting.
I mean, I've heard of a stromatolite. I wonder if it's anything like
Struvite. Hold on, let me have a look.
I'll have to have a look what a struvite is, because I must know. And hey, you know what?
So it's a phosphate mineral with a formula NH4 MgPO4 6H2O.
So it's ammonia, and it's Mg is magnesium, and then I forgot the rest of those things you said.
Phosphate.
Yeah. So cool. They found some phosphorus in an asteroid.
Yeah.
Strange mineral never seen on Earth.
They're saying it's slightly different to our version of it. They said it's close to struvite, but it's not struvite.
And they did some X-ray crystallography of it, so they could do a non-destructive thing of it.
Well,
cool.
They've only got 5.4 grams of it, so they're not going to go around like NASA and feed it to cockroaches and make trophies to give to literally every country in the world, even ones that don't have proper governments.
Struvite is close.
Do you remember that when we did that about that geezer that was going around collecting all the all the moon rock?
It is 1.5 kilograms who sent to the Central African Republic, because they deserve some moon rock too.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure somebody's got a desk there, or maybe a wall to hang it on.
Struvite is closely linked to biological formation as a major part of some kidney stones.
Urinal one as well. I had a look in the Wikipedia.
Hey, talk amongst yourselves. I need a comfort break. Play the saxophone music.
Yeah,
He's going to visit the sink.
Hobbit is having a pee from his wing.
He's going to the sink. Look at this one though. Hang on, here's one here.
Yeah.
The lighting in my office is too bad for me to read the Fortean Times, but off histories.
Yeah.
Some Mormons believe that Bigfoot is the big biblical Cain who killed Abel. Hobbit would like this one, because he's a bit God squad, isn't he? An obscure piece of Mormon folklore tells the story of how Cain was cursed to wander the earth for his sins. A number of possible explanations for the Bigfoot legend have been put forward over the years, ranging from mistaken identity to alien visitors. But one story is perhaps not as well known, found in the writings of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, or Mormons. Back in the 19th century, it was written in Mormon folklore that the biblical figure Cain, who killed his brother Abel, was cursed to wander the earth as a punishment for his deed. Furthermore, these writings allege that Cain and Bigfoot are in fact one of the same. The idea seems to have stemmed from the story of Mormon leader David W. Patton, who claimed to have encountered a dark, hairy figure who told him he was an outcast who wandered the forest. There have also been other stories of such encounters in parts of the United States, especially in Utah, where tales of wild men have circulated for centuries. While this idea isn't actually part of official Mormon teachings, it remains an intriguing part of forgotten folklore that might even help explain the origin of the Bigfoot phenomena. There you go.
Struggling to attract new talent and unable to afford competitive salaries, small Japanese companies are coming up with increasingly imaginative incentives to attract applicants. Tech startup Trust Rinko in Osaka, as one of the most creative, they're offering the staff free alcoholic drinks during working hours and hangover leave to recover if they overindulge.
And wank breaks as well, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be good though. Get pissed in work. But then I used to work in the city many years ago, and we would often get drunk at lunchtime and come back to work steaming. So it's not uncommon to be pissed in work and stoned.
How about this one? Sentencing Bernard Hogan, a 37-year-old man from Mallow, County Cork, for breaking into the Reardon's pub in Cork City by throwing a beer keg through the window. Judge Philip O'Leary pointed out that this had been completely unnecessary as the pub was open at the time and he could have walked in the front door.
Well, makes sense.
Oh, how about this one then?
Let's have a look then.
This is a romantic gesture. Lee Gregory got a very surprising birthday present from his wife, Laura. She brought him a Grade 2 listed chimney in Milford near Belper in Derbyshire that had been part of one of the world's first mechanised cotton factories. Mrs. Gregory paid £3,000 for it at auction and said I was surprised because I thought I'd be in a bidding battle for it. The Gregory's plan to turn the 4-metre diameter chimney into a quirky studio space, subject to planning permission. Even if we don't get any conversion out of it, we're still really excited to own it, Mrs. Gregory added.
Exactly. What about this one then? Here's a Mothman Festival is set to return to Point Pleasant next month. One of West Virginia's most enigmatic mysteries will focus on the celebratory event starting September the 20th. Described as a human-like entity, we know all that with glowing red eyes, blah 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 blah. But basically, there's a Mothman Festival every year in Point Pleasant where UFO people and shit goes on. But interestingly, this weekend there's a new festival in the West Country called Strange Days. Brian Blessed is going to make an appearance, plus there's going to be various speakers. And me and Dom were talking about going, but I've got a few issues going on in my life at the moment, and I can't really commit to such things. Such a shame, because it looks good, but it's in Pusey in the West Country, so it's not too far from where we live. But hopefully I go next year. I'd like to meet Brian Blessed as well. Maybe he can shout at me.
Yeah, I think he's going to be he's going to kick the bucket soon, isn't he? 'Cause he's
Hulk Hogan, HH, who was the other one? Ozzy Osbourne. Oh, even though they're not.
You think
that's
it's
not
BB?
Their real names? That's not their real names, though, is it?
No.
It's not their real names, so that doesn't really work.
What's the names they're known by?
Yeah, but you know.
I suppose if you think about it in occult magic,
and also,
that's the name they renamed themselves, didn't they?
Purple Aki died, didn't he? Actually, Purple Aki died.
Purple Aki's dead.
But I think actually, I think his name is AA. Aki. Look up his real name. I think it is AA. Purple Aki real name. I think it is an AA. So actually, let me see.
You think it's alliterative? Oh yeah, Akinwale Arabiek.
Is it AA?
Arabeki, yeah. AA.
Bloody hell! So that's HHOOAA. Even though Purple-Aki's not such a mainstream figure as the other two.
In honour of the death of him, should we? Did you want to go quick bit? I found a Daily Mail article we could go through. Many assumed he was
in the Daily Mail.
Yeah, let's do a little eulogy for him, because we did do an episode on him. Many assumed he was an urban legend, but when the day of the internet dawned, it was revealed that Purple-Aki was real, and he had a tale of terror, and even in his death, in his wake. The usual stuff about squeezing muscles.
Does it say he was the inspiration behind Candyman as well?
But he was... Oh, he could have been... Yeah, because that was Liverpool, weren't it? And,
but he was. He was, and not because of slavery and all that, because he was gay. And Clive Barker, he's gay, and in the 80s,
Scouser as well.
He was kind of this mythical. Yeah, he was a mythical type person in the gay scene in the 80s in Liverpool, and that's where he got the inspiration for Candyman. So it's interesting, isn't it? And it's good, all good stuff.
I knew it was like it was yellow. Well, it was white. It was a white guy, weren't he? In the story, I suppose.
No. In the stories, he was like a tramp, wasn't he? Wasn't he like in the films? They sort of played up a slavery.
He was
type
like a weird occult character. He was a bit yellowy, I think he was.
Yeah, he was like this scraggly, old, unkept type thing, wasn't he? But not rather than a. And whereas the films gave him this kind
he didn't
of
run around
slavery
touching your biceps in it, anyway.
But yeah, pretty good though. Good film. I like the original. I've not seen the latest one.
It's not much cop, is it? I don't.
Have you seen the latest Naked Gun? Have you seen the?
No, I haven't. I was going to say I don't really rate Jordan Peele much anyway. I haven't seen a good film of his.
Yeah. And there's a new Conjuring out for Halloween. And talking of which, we're going to do our traditional Halloween episode here, at the end of. So we'll see if we can come up with some spooky stories. Dom should come on that night, and hopefully we'll shit everyone up.
We'll hear Dom get progressively more and more drunk as the episode goes on, as he always does.
Well, I think I haven't been on for a while, have I? But when I was on last time, I was pretty pissed by the end of it. I think I did a bottle of wine and a few cans during the show. So I had a few. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with that now. So that's good.
It's all good fun.
Yeah, it's all good stuff. With Hoblat. He's not still. That thing must be full by now. Oh, there you are.
I'm here. I just it's got cold in my house. I've put a jumper on.
Yeah.
But start lighting the fires, isn't it?
You weren't pissing.
Start doing your fire video.
More like pissing from the bungalow.
Using your phone on the toilet may dramatically increase your risk of hemorrhoids.
You what? Sorry.
Using your phone on the toilet may dramatically increase your risk of hemorrhoids.
Well, there's that old phrase: "Shit on the pot or get off." You know, don't spend a lot of time on the loo.
To be fair, I've always had it as a
shit through the eye of a needle.
Since I was a little kid, it's always been an event going to go for a poop.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you had this, but there was this tradition that you'd have like some toilet side reading. There'd be sort of various books there.
Yeah. But that's not very good, is it? If you go into someone else's house and then there's like that there and you pick it up, it might be brown fingerprints on the pages and stuff.
Read it. The idea is that you don't wipe your bottom with your hand, and if you do, you probably put down the Reader's Digest.
But sometimes it goes
to read the reading material in a
but it goes through sometimes, doesn't it? Sometimes it goes through.
Do you want to? So, speaking of some weird Fortean things, so the death toll's risen to 16 now. Mystery. It is a mystery, right? And therefore it's Fortean. Yeah. Mystery as 16 German politicians died before they were due to stand in state elections.
That is a mystery, isn't it? Have they actually given out any facts over it, or is it just a mystery and shrug?
It's just a mystery. I mean, it must be Free Eye Atlas, and it's causing them to like drop dead. But it just happens to be.
Most of them wouldn't have won in the seats they were murdered in anyway, so it was a bit weird.
It just happens to. It just happens to be that the ones that are all dying happen to be of one political party. The one whose leader is a lesbian, because she's going to be the next Adolf Hitler.
Yeah.
So. Alternative for Deutschland is.
Am I right? Are we allowed to say tit? Are we allowed to say tit on YouTube?
Adolf Domestic Abuse Appreciator, because lesbians like domestic abuse. They do a lot of domestic abuse. Yeah. They looked at gay and heterosexual couples' domestic abuse rates and said those are rookie numbers. We need to pump those numbers up. Yeah. So 16 of them. It's a mystery, guys. So it's a mystery.
Beginning to sound like Toya.
Toya used to say.
It's a mystery. It's a mystery. I don't know what did me.
No, but Hobbit, are you looking forward to Halloween this year? It's coming up, isn't it? Yeah.
I haven't got anything. I haven't got anything planned for Halloween.
That's not the attitude.
We can do a spoopy episode like we always do.
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah.
Shit your pants
Spectacular.
Yeah.
Spooky
ghost stories.
Do the spooktacular like we do.
Oh, it was last year. It was Treehouse of Hobbit, wasn't it?
Play
on the Simpsons.
I think we called it the spooktacular.
Wasn't it? That was my idea. Yeah. I think we. I think
like that one, Hobbit.
I think
Treehouse of Hobbit.
Yeah.
I do like the old Simpsons episodes. They were quite good, weren't they?
I've only seen like the first Treehouse of Horror, maybe the second one.
It's good up to season 10. Anything after that, it's Zombie Simpsons.
Yeah.
I like bands before they became popular.
Yeah, I preferred the Simpsons when they were on the Tracy Ullman show. How about you, Ian?
I liked them before that.
I like Simpsons when they were funny.
I prefer South Park anyway. But yeah, so we have to prepare our stories for that night. See what we can find.
Yeah.
So
we can't come empty-handed. Why is there holes in my skirting board? So we can't. Yeah. So we're trying. No, someone's been hitting nails into my fucking door. Anyway. So that. So yeah, we'll scour the internet for tales of from the dark side, and we'll do that again. Okay. We got plenty of opportunities, are
you wrapping up?
Plenty of time.
Sounds like you're wrapping up now, Ian. We've got another 10 minutes yet.
I'm knackered.
Oh, okay. Then.
I'm knackered because I did night shift last night, and then I got up early today because I had to go to town and sort out a couple of things, and then I had a couple of pints as well. Came back, fell asleep. Well, I wanted to come on, but I came back, fell asleep, and then it was 5:45, so I thought, shit, I better get on there quick. And you weren't even on yet, so
yeah, we were.
It's weird. It's I've been sort of
playing some games.
Well, I've been exhausted for the past few days. I've come back after it's in the south of the country. Took my dad to and from hospital, and I'm just worn out. So.
South of the country.
Well, he lives in the south, so it's the south of the country. He talks a lot. Yeah. So when he talks, it's like it's just like you have to deal with it a lot. No, he's a Devon, so
Devon. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's yeah.
Right.
So I was saying,
you seen what shithole Bournemouth's become?
I have not.
Documentary, it fucking ruined. Used to go there all the time.
Is that Bolton Bankrupt's guy gone there recently?
No.
Yeah, I remember.
GB News. GB News did a. No, it wasn't even GB News. It was Sky News. Sky News said, "Look, what a shithole Bournemouth's become." Like that's how bad it is. Like, the mainstream now is just like picking up on this stuff.
I think last year or the year before that, Bolton Bankrupt did a walking tour of Western Supermud, and I've got to admit. I went there this year, and I really wasn't. Did I go in the town? Yes.
It's always been shit there, though, isn't it?
I did go to the town centre to get some petrol and a chocolate bar, but apart from that, I didn't stay there. I just went like, no, I'm not going there. I'm not going to the fish and chip shop because there's a fish and chip shop on the high street. I forget the name of it. Used to be really good. It's crap now. It's like my local fish and chip shop, which is about as far away you can get from the coast, just fresher fish than they do. How the fuck is that possible?
But is it called Tennessee Fried Chicken or something then? Is it?
Maryland.
Golden fried casserolons are in.
I think
it's
probably called
£1 kebab. £1 kebab.
So there's Portishead, there's Clevedon. Where's Western Supermarket? There it is. There's Western Supermarket. So is that the high street? I mean, that looks like a high street. I don't remember what the bar's called.
It's always been a dump though there. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think you've really missed the high point of it.
Yeah, the point being is like, look, I used to go there and I enjoyed it. You know, I'm not saying it's anything special, but it is nice to go and have a walk on the beach. And maybe I'll do that next year. I'll go to a different beach. Maybe I'll go visit Bournemouth. But now you turn me at shit, so maybe I won't visit.
You probably want to go Weymouth instead if you want to go down that way.
I recall.
I like Lulworth Cove's really nice, isn't it?
It was popular with stag nights and shit at Bournemouth, and I recall being there one time, and there was a guy walking around in one of those Borat sort of mankini, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mankini. He must have been the groom.
He's going to get himself interfered with now. He wouldn't be walking around like that anymore.
Yeah, that was what he was walking around with. I think he was the groom.
Yeah.
It was his stag night, and then there was.
But yeah, no, it used to be lovely, Bournemouth. Was it the Winter Gardens? Was that? And they had an IMAX cinema there. You had it was a really, really nice place. It was.
Right. So the fish and chip shop, I found it. That high street. What is that? It's called Boulevard. The one it's called Papa's. So look, Papa's not as good as what they used to be.
Yeah.
Does it preach? Or I'm trying to get a Madonna gag out of the Papas.
No, surely it's got to be a Mama Cass joke, isn't it? If it's the Papas.
I've spoken to various locals. I've spoken to various like Somerset locals, and they said, "Oh yeah, go to Papas," but unfortunately, it's not as what it used to be.
Yeah.
It's Pap.
You know, they proudly extol the virtues of how they've won awards for their fish and chips, and yeah, maybe it was like that 5 years ago, because I remember it was very good then, but it's not like that anymore. Hopefully it'll be different.
Play it safe and go to Wetherspoons for your lunch. That's what I did today.
Yeah.
It was good actually. Yeah.
The fish and chips I get from Wetherspoons, can't fault it. Even if you're somewhere as far away from the coast as possible, like in Derbyshire or Oxfordshire, good fresh fish. So
I wonder if it's close to the place to go now, because I had some really nice fish in Hunstanton last time I was there.
The best fish I ever had was in Hastings.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was lovely.
I went to the Pirate Museum. Did you go to the Pirate Museum down there?
No, I didn't. I did go on the model railway. That little railway they go.
Oh, is that one of those ones? One of the ones with the trains you sit on?
Yes.
Yeah. They're
it's
like
got
a fair. I can't remember what gauge it is, but they're like a fair size, aren't they? And you sit and ride on them.
Yeah, and so I've even got a video of it where my uncle, where we're sort of riding in it. It goes from one end of the beach to the other end. You can actually buy a return ticket and a single, so
nice. You
can actually just sort of get off and walk, and it goes a fair useful distance as well. I've just found the train track. Here it is, and yeah, they've got
They've got one in Bournemouth as well, if I remember rightly.
The other bit which I like
been stolen for scrap by now. from what I saw in that documentary.
It's called Hastings Miniature Railway. Yeah, it's still there. And the other bit which is nice in Hastings is you've got the funicular which leads up to the cliff. And my uncle didn't believe me at the time, but I said, "Oh, I can see France from here." He says, "No, that's mirage." And I was like, "I'm pretty sure those cliffs I'm seeing there is France." And he looked up and was like, "Yes, apparently you can on a good day see the cliffs from there." And so yeah,
because they used to do smuggling, so what they probably used to, whenever they were smuggling, they probably got it from France anyway, didn't they?
Well, the thing is, like the France is not that far away from Hastings, so it's not like you're looking at the other side of the world. You're seeing the Alps from the Pyrenees, like that photographer took a. Did you see that picture?
No, I've never seen that.
He's in the Pyrenees, which is the mountain range between France and Spain. Andorra is not a real country, so that doesn't count. And he's taking a picture showing and people have verified oh yeah, that mountain is mountain so and so in the Alps. So you've taken a picture which is from one side of France to the other, and these mountain tops are visible, which shouldn't be possible because of the curvature of the Earth. Leads me to suspect that there's some funny buggers going on there about the curvature. But I think we've discussed that.
You're French, aren't you, Hobbit?
Well, a bit, yeah.
French.
No, more like eighth. I'm 1/8 French. Petite. But no, to be specific about it, I'm 1/8 French.
A little bit.
A little bit, yeah, petit peu.
Yeah. So he's a petit peu French.
You know all the swear.
Well, to use the French, un huitième, which is 1/8.
1/8.
Yeah. Unlike some people, I happen to know my family tree.
I bet you're glad you ain't 1/85th French.
How would that work?
That's Catravan, isn't it?
Oh, 85e.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But you see, what I do to annoy the relatives is I don't say that. I just say, oh, look, the octante, which is the old Swiss way of saying 80. But funny enough, nowhere in France do they say huitante, which to me doesn't make sense, because I wonder about that, because maybe it's like they don't have any thing of saying it, but logically it makes sense. Like, I've been reading Lord of the Ring, and it's been 15 years since I last read it, and they were talking about Bilbo Baggins' 111th birthday, or as he called it, his 11th, which is oh, I suppose that doesn't, because you wouldn't say 10t for 100. But if I said, 100 could also be described as 10t, you understand what that means.
Yeah.
So, you were saying it's his 11th because, he's 11 and 1 years old. Yeah. But, the French, for whatever reason, they don't say say force. And the Swiss will say...
Oh, isn't 40 a weird number as well?
Octo.
No. Octante is it's like octave, isn't it? It's 8. It's oct.
What is
but no.
Am I thinking about 90? 90's Catravan Dece, isn't
it? I think they just use the Latin of prepuce for that, so they don't use the Anglo-Saxon.
Or is capture?
Skin is pour. But specifically foreskin in French would be prépuce. So right, French counting 10, 20, which is vant.
That sounds like pubis, which is the helmet, isn't it?
Well, we also say prépuce as well, but it's sort of fallen out of favour. Yeah,
that means helmet, though, doesn't it?
Well, no. It's the foreskin.
Is it not? Yeah. I didn't know.
The glands is the balent. So French counting 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 60 and 10, fourscore and 10, 100. And the Belgians, they don't bother with 60-10. They just say 70.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But isn't Belgium a combination of Dutch and French? Is that right? Or am I thinking?
I mean, if you look into the history of it, it's like, why does Portugal exist? Why does Belgium exist? I mean, to the locals, that history is very interesting. To the rest of us,
though, isn't it? It wasn't.
But
kind of prevent further skirmishes or something, wasn't it?
I mean, you could also argue that the Belgians are, well, like Northern Ireland. They are a distinct ethnic nation. They are not Dutch. They are not French. They are their own people.
I think that's the difference with the continent and England. Like, all of our borders are defined. I know you get a bit of mucking around in Scotland and maybe Wales. You get a bit of mucking around, but it's not like you. I'm sure you have, like, on the continent, you have people that, despite what country they're in, they're kind of like a separate ethnicity to both countries. That, like, there's an arbitrary border in between the two of, isn't it? Like, because it's just.
I mean, like, they do have some. They do have a lot of natural geographic borders, like the border between Germany and, like, the other places is defined by one of the rivers, the Danube, probably, and France and Spain, they've got the Pyrenees.
The Germans as well, aren't they?
Yeah, but it's like saying. Well, it's like the Yorkshires are different to the rest of England. You know, Bavaria is Yorkshire of Germany. That's why they're like that.
Are people more friendly there? And just bang on about people being more friendly up north.
The Bavarians will say. The Bavarians will say, we're right friendly up here, unlike the rest of you German bastards.
I've been down to that there Berlin, and nobody talks to you.
Well, maybe you're the one with the problem then, aren't you? You go places and people aren't friendly. Then you think you're the one that's doing things wrong. I've not experienced it.
Cultured. I've been to fucking Munich.
I got lots of friends in Berlin. I got lots of friends in Berlin, and there's not, and you know, there's a problem with it.
I remember seeing this documentary, and it's probably like a Eurotrash thing or something. Like, it was about this company that makes these wooden dildos in Germany. It's like it's a family, and they said, and they were showing, like, some of the really large ones. They asked about
wooden dildos.
And they said, "Oh yes, these ones are for our Berlin clients." And really, it's like, yes, they are massive assholes.
Oh, got a bit political. There.
Just like, well, I mean, I just, you know, I don't know much about Berlin, but I just kind of like the thing of, yes, they are massive assholes. So, well, they'd have to be to take in a dildo that wide.
But you can't anymore because they've been fucking wiped out, haven't they?
Well, this is the thing. People that talk about the Essex accent, it's not. They are. That's an enclave of the Cockneys.
Yeah.
Essex used to have its own accent prior to that, but unfortunately, I don't think there's any extant examples of the Essex accent.
Yeah. They are wangers. Well, because Cockneys are wangers, and people from Essex are wangers. So the people from Essex are the Cockneys from the sort of the last, 100 years ago when they moved.
They have been ducking and diving in Essex.
Cleared this up for you, Hobbit. Le Octoroon.
Ah, oui, le Octo. Hey, that's a nasty jab at me. Look,
you're an Octoroon.
Just because you don't know who your grandmother is.
You're as white as Sargon, aren't you?
That's a good put down, Hobbit. You could try that one in the comedy clubs when you get heckled.
It's just, well, look, speaking as hang on, we're still live. Can't say that.
Yeah.
Speaking as a member of the diversity.
Yeah.
But I'm not though.
Right,
I'm literally.
We're going to put a pin in this. I think we're rambling now.
Do you know? I haven't read a single unexplained mystery. We never got to it.
I don't know. It hasn't been interesting lately. I mean, you got It isn't a golden time for unexplained mysteries. Let's have a look. Let's go to home. Oh, you got Interstellar Visitor. So that's the one we just covered. Most massive black hole. It's something made up. Remarkable alien like deep sea fish. Yeah, we know they're transparent down in the deep.
Did you know the deep sea fish look weird?
Yeah. Do you know they look odd?
That's it. Yeah.
Rare new footage emerges of world's tallest ever man. You know, that bloke who lived 100, Robert Wadlow.
Yeah.
So what was that, 100 years ago?
Wadlow.
The Mormon story. The Mormon story that Ian wrote. Did you listen to that? Did you hear that one, Hobbit? Mormons think that Bigfoot is Cain.
He was toiling his sink at the time.
Yeah.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, Mormons think that Bigfoot is Cain. Yeah.
Mormons say the darndest things, don't they?
Oh shit! Oh fuck! This would have been a good one. Mystery is 70 piles of human ashes are found outside Las Vegas. Maybe we'll do that next week. We'll put a cliffhanger in, shall we, Hobbit?
Where's the pile of shoes in Las Vegas?
Yeah. So we also need to say it's a very small thing for you, but a big thing for us. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Go on then, Hobbit. What cliche do you want to throw at our loving audience?
Well, I should have used it at the beginning of the thing, saying, "Can I borrow a like?" But no, I'm no longer asking if I can borrow. I demand your likes.
Yeah, we want likes. It's a small thing for you, but a big thing for us. Likes are free, as Dimensional Lizard says.
Yeah, likes are free. So make with the likes.
I mean, we might be able to get up to like 1,029th in the algorithm if we get a couple more likes. We just fucking shadow banned to fuck. I'm sure we are. You know, most people go, "Oh, being shadow banned, nobody likes me," when they get like hundreds of thousands of viewers. I think I genuinely am, because our show has got to be worth more than 100 watches a week.
Well, I mean, that said, if you could imagine a pub, I mean, that would be an absolutely jam-packed pub, and every week they come and have a listen to us.
Viewing figures have gone down over time. I remember
YouTube have just changed the watches system, haven't they? The views system.
the original West one that we had, the West Murders, that got over 2,000 views.
Yeah, that got quite a few.
The one that guy slagged off, but we had to. But it got you took it down or something and put it back up. So
drunk
we haven't
idiots.
got as many now.
Bunch of drunk idiots.
And then over time, the listenership just reduced to about 10. Yeah.
But we'll get back up there to the heady heights of
one day.
100 when Susan's ghost has once been fully excised from YouTube, then we can come back.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's us. It's good night for me, and it's good night from him. Say good night, Hobbit.
Good night.
Woo, spooky.
I said, say good night, Hobbit.
Say good night, Hobbit.
Yeah, you're supposed to say good night, Hobbit.
Good night, Hobbit.
Good night, Hobbit. Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
Good night, all. Stay spooky.